I recently finished a game made by the geniuses at the company Fumi Games. And if you've been in the gaming sphere and you've played this game, you already know what I'm talking about. That game is Mouse PI for Hire. Now, before I start getting into the review, I'm going to explain a little bit what Mouse PI for Hire is. It is a boomer shooter, so it's like Doom, but in the style of a 30s cartoon, which in alone sounds like a cool concept, but then you realize it's in a world filled with mice. Like, you play as mice, and there's just cheese everywhere, and the short little mice are like a reference to like a species of mice. Which, at first, when I heard of this game, I was like, alright, this sounds kind of cool. I'm gonna get it as a joke. And I got it, and when I started playing it, I was like, holy fucking shit. This game was awesome. Let me give you a brief rundown of what Mouse PI for Hire is. It is a game where you play as a mouse named Jack Pepper. His name is literally Jack Pepper. I'm not making this up. And he is a PI, which is a private investigator, investigating all of these different things, like a missing magician, a dead actress, missing shrews, which are basically just the Jews of this universe. It takes place in 1934, so when the Nazis were basically starting to like round up and start hating on the Jews, which I find very interesting that they took real world history and put it into a game about fucking mice. And yeah, I do have some gripes with this game. Like, at times it was a little buggy, but to be fair, it's like 2 months old. They weren't any huge bugs, none that I can remember. I just remember there being some parts where it was kind of buggy. And if you ask any IGN reviewer what their gripe with this game is, it's the fact that it mentions cheese too much. It's a game about mice, dude. It can mention cheese all it wants. It's like, it keeps referencing fondue, and there's people's names based on cheese. Like Jack Pepper. Switch the words, Pepper Jack. Worst cheese in the world, by the way. I fucking hate Pepper Jack. And the fact that it got a 6 because... The 6 on IGN because it mentions cheese too much. You can't do the PI stuff yourself. And the writing was bad, quote-unquote bad, just fucking blows my mind. IGN reviewers sometimes don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, Mixtape getting a 10 and Mouse PI for Hire getting a 6? What the fuck are we doing? I am swearing way too much. I am very sorry. But in my book, this game is at least an 8. At the very least, it's an 8. The writing was very good. The areas were really well thought out. And it was just an amazing experience from the second you pick up the controller and start playing. I would definitely say my favorite area of all of them is Tinsel Row, which is basically just Hollywood. Especially the area where it goes into color. Oh my god, when it goes into color for that one singular room, it's just a new experience. And all of the pop culture references, like there's, in the opening cutscene, there's a steamboat named Willie. Anyone know what that's a reference to? Anyone? It is a reference to the very first Mickey cartoon called Steamboat Willie. I am a big fan of that cartoon. I don't know why, I just really enjoyed it. And you can find a steamboat in the jungle area. And if you go onto it, the Jack Pepper, he starts whistling the Steamboat Willie thing, which I think is really cool. There's a bunch of like references to like 1930s actors. I can't name any off the top of my head, but I know there is. There is a reference to Hitler. I am not joking, there is a reference to Hitler. And just the whole Nazi system, just in general. Which I thought was kind of fucking... was kind of cool. It was genuinely. I mean, it sounds weird. I do not condone Nazism, but I thought the fact that they put that into a game, like, they just had big balls to do that, and I thought that was kind of awesome. And all of the weapons were really well, like, thought out and animated with all of their new upgrades. Like, personally, I was really enjoying the Tommy gun and the shotgun, not the kiss kiss, but the boomstick. I thought both of those weapons were awesome to use, really, really fun. And I'd probably say my favorite NPC is probably the engineer Tammy. Pretty sure that's what her name was. But like I said, I think this game should have gotten at least an 8 on IGN. But please like and subscribe, and don't have a good day. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one. Or I won't. I can't really tell you what to do.